Hello guys, welcome to another video. We are doing a quick demo. So the purpose of this video is just to demo everything that we've done. I'm gonna turn off this mic, and now you guys are going to be hearing it from mic check, this mic, which is good. So let's get to it. So this is Instagram. I wanted to go back to my board right here. I've got a bunch of stuff I wanted to show you guys. So two things that we're going to be doing today is a knife showcase featuring the one and only gloved masked man with the Apple logo on the table. Now, as you can see, my prompt is right there for the Patreon supporters. I will be showing you my prompts for YouTube. You guys are gonna have to guess what it is. But basically, here's the first thing that we're going to do. So the first thing we're going to be reviewing is the dozing child. That's what I call the artwork. So dozing child is this little kid over here where you guys can probably see it because of my face right there blocking it. So I think the best thing to do here is turn off my face cam with this guy. So now all you see is a screen recording. Capiche? Beautiful. Okay, so dozing child is a character that I created for a very short trailer type film that I'm working on. So here's a couple poses. Boom, 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 boom. Right, and a couple of different art style. Ooh, look at this guy bathing in chocolate milk. So dozing child, let's do the first version of it, right? So the first version of it, there's 4 different types. I wanted the dozing child to kind of close his eyes, and when he closes his eyes, musical notes fly through the air magically, right? So this is kind of like, I wanted to give a very soft vibe. I wanted to have a very melancholic, is that the word? Melancholic vibe to it. I also wanted to give it a little bit of, I miss you type scene, right? So obviously the story behind this dozing child is he's the only child of a family who are secret agents to a government military. Now, dad's already gone. Mom's the only one he has left. And during this time, in this scene, the mom's about to leave for a mission. That's the story of the dozing child. So the dozing child gives his mom a parting gift of some sort. And he draws like a little stick figure artwork and then gives it to his mom. And then the mom goes. So that's the story behind the dozing child. So now, here we are. We're making him move. And I wanted to give like a musical vibe to it. Again, soft, musical, melancholic, I miss you type vibe, right? So this is the first version. Let's go through it. First version, right? It kind of just blasts his face with a smoke of like a ring smoke. You know when you're in the ocean and then you kind of like blow bubbles, right there. It just goes through his face, right? The musical notes fly by super nice. Don't get me wrong, that's cool. But we don't really like the way the musical smoke screen kind of like goes to him. Second version is this. He looks up, nice, very nice. And then we kind of get this fancy orbital effect where the musical notes kind of orbit around him. I like that, definitely. And then we've got this one where he's actually dozing off. He's like, oh, he's nodding to it, right? And then musical notes kind of come out of his mind, right? And then we got the fourth option, which is the one I like the best, right? The blue notes is something that I really liked that matches his blue eyes. So I think this is the one we went with on the second iteration of it. Yes, the blue notes. So this is using the Video Extend Motion High. This is an automatic extend video feature that comes with Midjourney, the video models. So I wanted to give this one a shot, and I wanted it to extend it for maybe 4 seconds more, which is I guess the limit, right? Just trying to make sure that my camera is rolling. Yeah, you guys are 6 minutes in. This one is also 6 minutes in, so we are set. All right, cool. Now let's keep on moving. So version 2, I did not give it anything. I did not manually prompt this, so it's still using the old prompt from the original video, right? Of the dozing child. So now we move on to reviewing what actually comes out of it, right? He goes back to sleep and there's a little glow coming out of him, right? If you can see, there's a little bit of gradient glow behind him or around him that follows him. It's kind of nice. Second version, still the same one. And then this is what we want to pay attention to. So the notes kind of fly by in a sine wave from the lower thirds of the screen and flies up, okay, creating like a swoosh. I like that, you know, it's swooshing. Now let's go to the next one. Okay, here is the variant. So this one kind of just, it's a diagonal lift up, right? There's no swoosh, no curves, nothing. But the way he kind of like dozes and the way the video cuts is he's attempting to doze off again. Versus the second video where he kind of nods and then he nods again and then he opens his eyes and attempts to nod again. I did not notice that unless I'm in the third video. 1 sec. It's gotta be this guy or a second one. Boom. And then let's go back here and then boom. Yeah, he attempts to nod again. So all of them. I did not notice that the first time around. Okay, I gotta tell you what. Now let's go to the third one where, yep, he nods back, but I feel like this is more organic movement on the extension versus the second one. This is the second one, right? Just the way the spine is moving from like the neck up. Yeah, see this bend right here is a natural. You see that? It's like a dinosaur. Land before time deal, bro. I don't like that. Whereas this guy, even though it's more straight down, it's less of a land before time bend. Now, I think the fourth one is my favorite here, which is the one version that I extended. If you look at this, right, notes start to come in and then it's more gentle. The way he moves on the second extension, on the first extension is more gentle. I like it. So this is the one we went with, right? So I went with this fourth iteration of it. And then we kind of continued on this path, right? Now, I did something different with these two. I believe the first one is a motion high video extend manual. This is motion. So this is motion high, this is motion low. And I think this is where, oh God, I think I lost all of it. Motion high, motion low. 1, 2. Hang on, I should have taken notes. Sorry, friends. This is motion low. So motion high, motion low, motion low, motion high, and I believe these two should be manual prompt. How do I know if it's manual prompt? How do I know if it's auto prompt? There's no way to know, huh? Bro. I think based on the prompts, it should be how I can see if it's actually. Okay, so I think, let me back up real quick. So this is the first extension. And I think as we go up, we go further down the extension road without using any manual prompting. Because if we were to have used manual prompting, what would happen is it would use, let's say, it would show up as a manual prompt. Nope, not that one. Nope, that one. Yes, right here. It would be this guy. So if it's a manual prompt, right? If it's auto, it would say boom, motion high, motion low. But if it's a manual prompted version, or just a straight up I am confused. I don't know which one, but oh no, wait, there's a record of it. I know. So this one is what I clicked. Motion high, motion low. This one I did not extend. This one I also did not extend. I get it. So if we go here, you'll see which one, at the bottom, it'll highlight around the button which one you picked. Okay, so going back to our first example, this is the OG Puff Smoke, right? This is the second version with the Land Before Time. Well, not really. But number 3, I also liked, sorry. And then we got number 4, which is fantastic, right? With the blue notes. So moving forward, that's what we should remember. The blue notes versus the white notes, right? So which one are we gonna get? So I think this one was the white notes. These are auto extension, manual extension, white notes. This is option 3, extension. And then we've got these guys at the top. These are the blue notes extension. Unless I'm wrong. So this is still white notes. Still white notes. Still white notes. This one is still white notes. So this is still white notes. Fantastic. Okay, now I get it. So the blue notes ended here. The blue notes exploration ended here. The blue notes extension ended here. We never really pushed forward with it. So what we're seeing now, let me see if I can we just hide this? So, oh well, it's good to see the break. Time for a break. Okay, anyway, so now that we know what the fuck's going on, sorry, it's been a long day for me, and I'm just going back here to kind of like do this video. I should have said that ahead of time, but whatever. Let's keep on moving. Right. So now that I've found my reference points, which one they're actually related to, we can keep moving. So this one is the first extension for white notes. And this one, if I'm not mistaken, is motion high. This is motion low. So the one at the bottom is motion high auto extension. The one at the top, the second one, is motion low auto extension, right? Now, let's proceed with the first one. As you can already see from this thumbnail, this silly little thumbnail, he's already dozing off, and you can see his little legs coming off. So Midjourney is attempting to give you legs, which I did not prompt. Okay, I did not prompt a leg anywhere. So auto extension, motion low, motion high is trying to give us legs. Here we go. Boop. You see that? Can we pause? Boop. The legs are there. Holy moly! The legs are short. Short as fuck. Okay. Definitely a no-no for me, right? But as you can see, I've already selected which one I wanted. The fourth one is one I went to. And this is what I was trying to tell you guys, right? However, whichever one you click, motion high, extend manual, extend auto. It'll have a number associated with it that tells you that it was requested for a new job, right? So let's move on to the second one. So the second one, dozing child, option 3. It summons water pulses. So ripple effects come off from the floor and it goes up, kind of like putting him into a portal. You know how when you're like in those cartoons and the portal's trying to teleport your body, your extremities bit by bit and then sending you off? That's kind of what I remember this. And then we've got the third option for variant 3. Oh, choppy. You see over here in front of him, it's like it's blinking. Notes blinking. Definitely a no-no. And then this one is the one I selected to move forward with. Okay, it's a combination of ripple effect, but this one I think I like the ripple effect better here. Still kind of like a portal. There's no real ripple, so more like cylindrical shapes surrounding him, right? I like that. Oh. And I think that is it. This is what we went with, right? Dozing child, option 4, and then we move forward. So those on the first option, this is motion high. So let's review motion low. So dozing child, motion low, extension, right? First extension. Let's take a look. Doze is off, summoning notes, and then bubble. And it just disappears, dude. Like it just got cut off. It tried to take a bubble effect and literally paste it on top of the thing while putting a mask on top of his face to avoid it. Silly, just silly. Okay, let's go with this guy, still version 3, or option 3, and now we have, ooh, what's that? It's like it's trying to put him into a goldfish bowl. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like a goldfish bowl. Bubble, clear bubble. It looks nice, the bubble looks realistic, see-through and stuff, but not really the taste I'm going for. Ooh. God damn. You see the hair over here? It's just summoning hair. And weirder bubble. And I think this is option 3. I think this is option 4. Yeah, this is the option 4. No. Option 3 is where it summons fake hair. Boom. 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 So it's like pulsing. Still not decent. Well, it's decent for what it is for version 1, but for Midjourney version 1 model. Okay, this one's a little bit nicer. As you can see, I've already clicked the button for Midjourney to keep this project going forward, right? So we're going with option 4. So dozing child, option 4, we're gonna go with the ripple effect, where it's like it's coming off the ground, coming up over his body, and it's giving off like pulsing signals all the way down to his neck. That's what we're going for. Now, this is extended to auto motion low, 1, and then this bet is motion high. So let's review motion low first, dozing child. Boom. Okay, and then the ripple comes up, boom, 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 and he dozes back off again, and then we've got another ripple. Okay, all right, what's different? Dozing off, and it kind of eases the notes in, and then goes back out. So it kind of magnetizes the notes in, and then pushing them out. Versus this first version, it summons the notes out. It summons them out and then going down, and then going up. So it's tracking the movement of the face. Boom, boom. Versus this guy, where it just boom, sucks them in, boom, breathes them out. So it's kind of like a different, it's like an opposition. Now let's go to option 3. Okay, pulsing, going in, going out. So there's a quick appearance, boom, and then goes in and goes out. I'm just talking about strictly off the musical notes coming out. So that's option 3. Let's go to option 4. Okay, pulses out, pulses out. So this one is unique, right? This one pulses out and then pulses out again. So I think what I like with motion low is option 1 and option 3 of the second extension, right? Option 1 is where he summons a note and then the note kind of like tracks his face up and down. So I think if 1, 2, this one. So if we jump flash forward, goes summons the note and then it tracks his face. See that? I like that. And then I also like the 4th one where it's pulsing outward. Boom, boom. More natural, right? More natural. So I like that, motion low. And I think that's what we went with, unless these are extras. Interesting. Okay, let's review motion high this time. So motion high, a little bit more erratic. Ooh, the notes are kind of faster now. Move on to the second one. Boom. What was that? 1 pulse? Literally 1 downward pulse, and everything is just like it's an aura coming off. I'm going upwards. This one's more random. The first one's more random. The second one more like consistent emission of notes, which is something I particularly like. So we've got this guy. Boom, boom. I like the glow, and I like the attempt at dozing off again, where he just dozes off. I feel like it's getting faster and faster. The way he dozes off is getting faster and faster. So this is the 3rd option. I particularly am not a fan of the 3rd option. If I were to pick now, without looking at the 4th one, I would pick the 1st one. So let's go to the 4th one. Motion high, boom. Oh, he blinked. I think the 1st one is my go-to. Oh, he actually moved back down the end frame. See, that's the thing. When you're looking at these type of extensions, you have to always look at the end frame, right? Because chances are you're gonna start where they are ending, unless you chop that up in Premiere Pro, DaVinci, and then export the frame, the single frame, re-upload it back here, and then start from there. That's probably what I'm gonna be doing if I were to pick, but I'm just playing around the extension. So far, I like number 1 and number 2, was it? Constant pulse coming up, like an aura, or was it number 3? Number 2, it was number 2. So I'm going to go with number 2. So working with Midjourney, I've done this a long time. You need to pick one. If you pick all 4, you're gonna keep going forever. It's like a hydra, right? If you pick every single option that it gives you, it's never gonna end. Remember that. Okay, so I will go with motion high, number 2, and motion low, number, I think it was number 1. Motion low, number 1. Yes, motion low, number 1, motion high, number 2. That's what I'm gonna go with. But let's take a look at these. I'm curious. These are still the same thing. I think I just pressed it twice. So these are still motion low, motion high. I think I just generated it twice. I generated the second extension twice, or the first extension twice. Yeah, because we're getting the second extension. So let's take a look. This is motion high. Don't think there's anything going. Oh, whoa. Neck. It's going in the neck. Oh my God. I don't know about that, dude. Just trying to strangle him. Option 2. Damn, it's going up. It's going higher and higher. And there's 2 pulses. I like this. Actually, I like it. I fuck with this one. So let's take a look at this guy. Oh, this one is moving up and down. I think number 3 is good. Motion low, motion high, number 3. Yep, so 2, 1, 3 in order of so this one is motion low, motion high. Wait, didn't we just review motion high? I think number 3 is the go-to. Boop. Yeah, number 3. Motion high, number 3. What about motion low? This is number 1, motion low. Oh, look at that pulse. Oh, I see the difference now. Sorry, guys. They're fucking identical. So the ripple here is different. This guy is literally, if he was dreaming, if I were to go into this child's brain, and which doesn't exist because he's AI, I think he's dreaming about drowning. I bet you he's dreaming about drowning. 100%. Okay, second pulse. I think the third option here is good because it goes back down. So number 3 is my liking. I like this guy. Boom, I like that. And I think over here in this La La Land, I liked number 4. Was it? Number 4 is what I liked. We're reviewing it all at the same time now, just to see the difference. I kind of like number 2 because the ripple disappeared. So I'm gonna heart number 2. All right, so number 2 is what gets my votes. So these are different. So these are, the top ones are not continuation of the same thing, right? They're continuation of the other ripple, right? So this one is the first ripple with the bubbles, and I think I'm understanding it now. I understand it now. So the last 2 examples that we got was from number 4 of this version. And then the second to the last 2 batches is coming from this guy. It's coming from this guy. Yep, it's coming from number 4. Because the ripples are different, right? The ripples look different. Boom. I wonder why I didn't pick number 2 here. Okay, so that's what we have so far. So far, so good. Now, this last bit, I'm going to be exploring and showing you guys how the motion high, motion low works, which is probably the part that you guys are all here for. Let's go with the number 2 option. So what's gonna happen here is, according to the document, if you pick motion low, it's going to generate a noise pattern that's strictly limited in movement, right? So there's not a lot of, I guess, what's the word? It's less erratic, right? It's a very minimal changes in the background versus the foreground. That's how I understood it in the most basic form of it. Motion high, you'll get more, I guess, more like a higher scale of difference, right? Motion high is what you use when you want to have background moving and there's an action coming in, but there's also action happening in the foreground, right? And this is going to force a lot of, that's why you see the kid grow legs, is because I clicked the motion high, right? If I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong, this one was motion high. When he started growing legs, Where's your legs, boy? This one's motion high. Yep, that was motion high. So going back, let's go ahead and click motion low, right? Because I want to keep the ripple minimal and I want it to vanish and I want him to stop dozing, basically. The goal is to stop the guy from dozing, keep him awake. Motion low, right? Let's see how that works. What I'm expecting is it's gonna stop the ripple. However, it's gonna speed up his doze. That's what I'm expecting. Motion high, I clicked it too, but we're gonna witness it together. I bet you it's gonna be wackier, right? I might have to end the video soon. No, okay, we got 5 more minutes and then I'm gonna have to end the video, right? So let's keep it rolling. Let's take a look. Just a little bit of preview. So this is a knife showcase. I am experimenting on, let's say, product photography, where we're demoing a cool little knife, little object, and it's more of a kitchen setting where you set the camera and it's pointing towards you, and then it's just your hands, and then you're doing a demo of like something, right? As you can see, this one in particular is how Apple AI would demo a knife. It's demoing it in a very cool way, very cool, interesting way. So let's take a look at this. But my job is still starting. I don't know if we're ever gonna make it. But, well, I will put together a sizzle reel for the next couple of jobs. And, you know, this is not the end of the video, by the way. I'm still just waiting for the job to finish. Probably give it like 2 minutes. So I'm just giving you a cool little breakdown for it, right? You know. So let's talk about, while this one's happening, let's talk about image generation, right? I have a couple of thoughts on this and how you guys could possibly achieve this look. You'd have to pay more attention to the art style, more so than the prompt. It's I would encourage you guys to, in order to replicate this style, you'd have to prompt it in. You'd have to focus on the vector style, realistic painting keywords. Those are the keywords that you want to focus on. And of course, you want to pay attention to the lighting, where the light's coming from. And then you also want to pay attention to the expression of the child, right? Are they happy? Are they sad? Are they on standby? Are they waiting, right? And then sometimes you want to be able to prompt not just the direction of the light, but the overall style, right? So are you gonna go with split lighting? Are you gonna go with Rembrandt lighting? Are you gonna go with, whatever lighting you wanna do? Do you want light to bounce off both of their eyes to illuminate the color of the eyes, right? Do you wanna catch light on it? So a lot of detail there, and it's probably gonna be overwhelming to a lot of folks, but knowing that information will help you prompt better, right? Because, I've been in photography for 10 years. I'm also a graphic designer for 10 years. And there's a lot of things that I know how to do mechanically that I can just transfer over via words and have AI. Oh my God, it's growing legs. Oh, look at this. I told you guys, motion high. It's gonna give you crazier effects. Look at this, he's growing legs. I wasn't expecting it. And it's stylish too. You guys see okay, let's review it. Motion low, extension number 4. Oh God, we've lost him. I don't know about that. Is more, I think He's trying to like replicate a snake. I'm not sure why. Whoa, motion low made him look at a completely different angle. That's kind of nuts. I like it. Although, what I kind of don't like is how quickly his art style changed into like 3D type artwork, and it's more, I would say, very rough version of video generation, right? And let's take a look at the third option. Sorry. Oh my god! Dude, bro is getting, the broski is ready to rumble. He's doing the it's like on his neck, bro. Who are you trying to fight, dude? Relax. Okay, let's take a look at the fourth one. Dozing off, and he's now looking at the different angle, and he's grown arms. Arms that are looking like Nintendo Wii arms. Yep. Nintendo Wii arms. Ma. Okay, ma, give me 1 second. I'm recording a video. Yeah. Ma. Wait, I'm recording a video. Okay, let's review the last couple of ones. That was my mom. Let's see. This one is zooming out, giving him legs and making his eyes look weird. He's lost it. He's become a teenager, bro. Or maybe a middle schooler. Okay, this one's zooming in or zooming out. Woo! Definitely the best between the two so far. And now we've got contestant number 3. Okay, that's more like it. Matches the actual age, good. But I don't like how the eyes are blinking. Yep, that ain't nice. But hey, it's better than the rest. Okay. Oh. Now they took off his shoe. Oh my god. The foot is not consistent with the upper body. Look at that. It's all mushy-washy. But hey, it's still impressive. You know what I'm saying? It's still impressive for what it is. The more you go auto, the murkier the artwork becomes, is what I noticed. But anyway, that is it for this review. Thank you so much for reviewing my dozing child artwork with me. And that's motion high, motion low, auto with Midjourney. I hope to see you guys soon on another video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, follow, do whatever you need to do. And hope to give you more tips. Hope to give you more lessons, I guess, on Midjourney. And peace.